We are live. We're going to give a few minutes and let everybody get in here, of course. Just sit back and relax. Get yourself something to drink or eat because we are going to go live. We are live. But we're going to give some time for people to get in here. Okay, Popo? Daisy Dog, are you okay, Daisy Dog? How's Lily? Lily the dog okay? All right. Time for you girls to rest. Time for my doggies to rest. It might be time for all of us to rest. Who knows? Maybe tonight I'll give you a better picture of the fish tank. Come on. That's a good girl. Thank you, Daisy. We hope the world is going well for you and your part of the world. Well, look at that. We got a dog, petting my dog. How's Daisy? When you come in, just say hello. Let us know who's all here. Give us a thumbs up if you would. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. Remember, we do have memberships. We got a whole bunch of new members today, over 20 new members today alone. So that's really exciting. We're going to give away some memberships at our live Christmas party. What, you okay? What? Want to sit over here? My dog Daisy, she's having a rough time today. My little dog Daisy's having a rough day. So as you guys all come in, say hello to my dog Daisy. Thank you all for being here. Drop a chat, let me know who's all here. Say hello. This is my dog Daisy. She's in heart failure and she's had a bad day today. So I'm trying to keep her calm. And just, make her happy. Oh. Let's turn you guys back around to me for a minute. 5 people watching, 3 thumbs up. Thank you for that. We appreciate everybody who's here. Appreciate all of you guys in the background. What? No. Lily, it's okay. Let me know who's all here. So come forward and introduce yourself. Say hello. While I try to take care of my dog here. Her heart rate is back to normal, so I'm really happy about that. She had an episode today where she got overexcited about something and hurt herself. So she's still recovering from that. So I'm trying to just take it easier on her and let her kind of rest a little bit there. So, but she has to learn one way or the other not to get too excited about things because they affect her. They affect her in a bad way. Thank you for all the hearts and the happy faces. Come forward and introduce yourself. Say hello. Or at least let me say hello to you so I know who's all here. So, but she's doing all right now. Daisy's doing all right now. But earlier I was a little worried about her. But she overdid it. 6 people watching. Let us know who's here. Oh, somebody's giving me a bunch of hearts. So for that, maybe you're a dog lover. I'll let you look at my dog a little more. Maybe you guys will like the dog a little more than you like me. Look at the camera. You want to look up here? No? What do you think, Popo? Lily wants to, our other dog, our red wiener dog, thinks she wants to go out and attack something in the yard. I'm trying to get her not to do it, though. All right, 3 thumbs up. We appreciate that. Now we're officially live. I came in a few minutes early. I was sitting here calming Daisy down. So I came a little early anyway. No, we are live now. So be patient and give people time to come in. We'll see if we can't come up with any good stuff tonight. See what kind of trouble we can get into on a live stream. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, hit that alert bell, become a member. We have PayPal. If you want to support our channel, you're welcome to PayPal us. All right. It's been a busy day, huh, Popo? Trying to get some things done around the house today. My wife did a great job with the decorate. She's working right now. She comes home, she works. She works before she goes to work. So she works. Someday, we'll get everything in place. It never is. You know, there's only 2 of us and 2 dogs that live in this house. And I know I don't make a mess, and I know Lorelai doesn't make the mess. That only leaves the dogs who make the mess. And I'm not quite for sure. They're only 50%. I got a feeling we got a creature, a mythical creature, that comes into our house and messes up our house, dirties up the dishes, eats the food, you know, throws laundry everywhere. We got this mythical creature that I'm trying to catch. And if you guys happen to see it while we're on the live stream, let me know there. Let me know. Oh, hang on. Oh, you okay? All right, Poo-Poo's okay. Oh my God, it's supposed to be the coldest night. In our part of the country, night is supposed to be the coldest night. So we usually leave, you know, we have a doggy door. Tonight it's going to be so cold we'll probably close the doggy door. It's going to be down around the 17 degrees. We got 5 people in the house. Somebody's just lurking in the background, enjoying the view. So we appreciate whoever that is. I've done 2 other live streams today. We're very good at those. They were very well. A couple short ones. And always remember, welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. You good, Poo-Poo? All right. Who's hanging out in the background? Come on forward and introduce yourself and say hello. Let's get the conversation started. I always like to know what's going on in other people's parts of the world. Mason, hey, how are you, Mason? Good to have you. Thank you. What's up? Not a lot. Busy day, but I think my wife was productive today, but I don't think I was. So, but what's up with you? What's going on in your world? What are you excited about? Appreciate the thumbs up as you come in, by the way. I do. So, I'm sitting here relaxing, trying to keep my doggie that has heart failure calm because she had an episode today, and it kind of takes it out of her for a while after one of those heart episodes. So she's not normal for a couple of hours. She's kind of like scared, nervous. I don't know what you'd call it, but not happy. HTN's in the house. HTN, how are you? Thank you for being here. All right, Daisy, go lay down. Good girl. What's going on in your part of the world? Mason says, same thing, nothing changed. My sleep is going worse every day. Well, Mason, let's figure out why. So why are you getting less and less sleep, or is your sleep getting worse? HTN says, I'm doing good, just watching the rain. Yeah, you get rain, right? I saw that. I was looking at the radar. My brother was telling me in Texas the other day they got rain, and I looked and I saw the radar. I saw you guys had rain coming your way. We didn't get any, and we need rain. We haven't had rain in a couple more weeks again, so everything's nice and dry. We could use some rain. But I saw that you guys were getting some rain, but we don't have any rain. So yeah, Daisy had a little episode today, but I think she's better now. So been, keeping her calm the last little bit. Ah, amazing. Yeah, that's funny. You need a break from the rain, and we need the rain, Henry. Mason says, the problem with my sleep is I can't put the phone down. My wife has that problem. She admits it or not. She gets off work. I tell her, look, you should go to bed. She gets off at midnight, let's say. I tell her you should go to bed by 1 o'clock. Well, she plays on the phone until 2 or 3 in the morning. Like, if you would quit doing that and just go to bed and go to sleep, you got to force yourself. And even if you have to put the phone in another room so that you can go to bed and go to sleep, Mason, all right? It's my recommendation. As somebody who played a doctor on TV, doctor's orders. Put your phone, you need to charge it, that's fine, in another room, lay down when you're supposed to, when you need to, and go to sleep. Doctor's orders. Yeah, we need the rain, man. Have someone take away the phone? Yeah. Yeah, give it to somebody in the house and say, look, I got to go to sleep. Here's my phone. If something important happens, wake me up. Other than that, I need to get some rest. So that's kind of how you got to do it, Mason. It's on you. It's not your phone's fault. There's our good friend PA Outdoors Couples Channels. Lights off, fan on, phone off. There you go. Lights off, fan on. Lights off, phone off. Absolutely. That's how you get rest. Great advice. Mason says, okay, sounds great, ideal, but how about the alarm? Is that what you're asking? The alarm? Well, what about the alarm? Do you got to get woke up at a certain time? Then put it close to the room that you're in, but not in the room that you're in. Charge it right outside so you can hear the alarm. PA says, cheers all. PA, we appreciate you being here. Henry has a great advice. Get an alarm clock. We have one. Get an old-fashioned alarm clock, right, Henry? Plug it into the wall and set the alarm. HN says, "Hey, PA, PA." I put it outside the room and still can hear. Oh, I know. We can hear. I can hear my wife's way far away when it goes off. So, I mean, I can hear it when I'm in my office. You know, it helps me to get out of bed to shut it off. Yeah, that actually is a pretty good way to do it. To help you. Where did my thing go? Yeah, and I know a lot of people that actually put their alarm clock not right next to them, but put it where they got to get up and turn it off. Especially the type that has problems waking up, getting up. You know, if you just kind of wake up and you lay there and go, "Give me 5 more minutes." Otherwise, I would snooze and go back to sleep. Yes. Yes. And you don't want to do that. Can't get out of bed. I know. You know what gets me out of bed is pain. I'm old. My body is so beat up that I wake up in pain. That's what wakes me up all the time. Pain. I'm laying a certain way and I've crammed my neck or my shoulder or my hip and it's starting to hurt. Wakes me up. That's what wakes me up. Yeah. Well, thank you for all the thumbs up in the world, all the shouting out and sharing out our channel. So we've had a couple good live streams today. We did some short ones. Trying to do live streams at some different times to find some new people to join the masses, PA. So what's going on your channel, PA? Do you have anything exciting happening? Unfortunately for us, I don't have too many exciting things as I hate the cold weather and I don't get out as much. So we, there's a couple things I'm thinking about doing this weekend with Lorelei, for Lorelei, for Christmas, you know, but then we got the big party on the 14th. Kind of excited about that. And then, you know, it's cold. I'd like to go outdoors and do stuff, do fun stuff. But, man, it's cold outdoors. Baby, it's cold outside. So, no fishing for me, which sucks. If I could ever get some warm weather up in the 70s again, I would definitely go trout fishing up at the Beaver Dam. But the way it is just too damn cold. Too cold for us. Too cold for us, what do we call it? We're not, I don't think Arkansas is, I know Arkansas gets classified as southern, but I'm not for sure if we're a southern state or not. Well, Mason, yes. I think a simple answer is yes. I think a bigger part of, and we have one of those purple mattresses, and it's a really expensive mattress, and it's wonderful, I will say. I wish they would pay me to market their mattress, but we do really enjoy the mattress. It does get wore in spots at times, and you got to kind of, if you give it a couple of days, it kind of goes back to normal. But I don't believe in this case it's truly the mattress. I think it's truly my weight, my size, and how my knee, I've had so many surgeries, and I got so many beat up body parts that if I lay on that body part for too long, it causes the pain. But we have a very good mattress. We spent some serious, we decided to spend some serious money and get the best mattress we could, because we had purchased cheaper ones and realized that was a bad investment. But that's a good point, though. HDN says it's in the lower 50s here. Wow. I mean, it's going to be in like 1750. It's going to be the coldest so far this winter. Tonight, it's going to be really cold, and 17 degrees or so. Right now, it's 28 degrees. I got it at 75 in the house. and 37% humidity, which is too low for the house. I'm trying to get my humidity up in this house so that I'm not so dry, the dogs aren't dry. But 37% is too low. I need it to be at least 45%. But we don't have a gigantic humidifier. We just have a couple small ones. But I keep one in the bedroom and one in here. And that's what I like about the Gulf Coast HTN. And I've been looking at houses again down in Alabama. And I really like the concept. And I could handle that. You had a couple of cold days, 40s, 50s for a few days. And then it warms back up. Well, which is fine. So, and I like that. And that's what I'm looking for. I can handle staying indoors for a few days, but it's not going to probably get above 50 degrees unless something really weird happens for the next couple of months. We're just starting December. We got January, which seems to be the coldest here. And I'm just old and beat up. I don't like the cold weather. I'm not enjoying the cold weather. I'm just not. I don't know. I get so stiff and bent out of shape in the cold weather. Yeah, Henry's like, yep, HDN is two bad knees, hip, back, neck, shoulder hurting all the time. Yes, the mattress doesn't help. Yeah, and that's the thing is, I know this much. If we would have went ahead and bought another normal one versus that purple mattress that we got, I think I would be in more pain. I think it helps because I like sleeping on it. I like getting on it. I really do enjoy sleeping on it. So I think it's helpful. But I just think, like you said, all the joints are beat up and things of that nature. And no matter what we sleep on or ride in or whatever, we're just going to get beat up. It's just by nature of us these days. It's like, Lorelei Subaru. Oh, I need to look at something. I'm thinking of that. Somebody remind me about the Subaru. I got a thought on the Subaru. But even Lorelei Subaru, which is the top of the line Subaru, is not comfortable after a few hours. Riding an airplane is a pain in the butt. And Henry, you're right. It's just the way we have to be now. Even, granted, I felt much better in the Philippines than I do in America because of the temperature, because I'm kind of like a piece of rubber. I'm a piece of rubber. You get me in cooler temperatures, I'm hard to move, to manipulate. You put me in some warm air, a warmer environment, I'm more squishy. I'm easier to move. And I'm truly that way. I am truly that way. You get me nice and warmed up and then I can function. And that's just the way it is. It just is. Just is. We got to face what we are and what we do. And that's all we can do, right? So we don't have to like it, but we have to accept our limitations and abilities. And that's something that's been really hard for me. And I know a lot of you guys thank you all for being here, by the way. I know a lot of you folks have had to come to the terms of that we can no longer do the things that we used to do. HTN says, I'm the opposite. When it starts cooling off, I become more active. If it's outside, I can't handle it and want to stay in the AC. Wow. Well, and to be honest, in talking to all of my doctors, that's what they say. They think I'm abnormal because I have a lung disease. I have CPOD and everything else in the lung. Sarcoidosis is what I have. Heart failure. And they all tell me that people that live in a moderate climate like here versus Florida do better. because a lot of people can't handle, with these conditions, can't handle the heat or the humidity. But you're right, I'm the opposite, man. You give me, as long as I got a breeze going, I function much better in the heat. Now, granted, I like the air conditioning, but I don't mind, tooling around when it's 80, 85, 90 degrees. When it gets above 95 degrees, that's just hot. It's time to go in the AC and watch a movie when it's above 95. But anything around 90 to 75, I'm really happy. My body loosens up. I sweat. I feel good. I feel good. So, well, that's what, so I hope everybody's doing well tonight. I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday, which is not really exciting for us old people. Best Seven's in the house. How are you? Thank you for coming back. Appreciate you coming to the live stream earlier today. Appreciate you today. Appreciate the thumbs up as you come in. That's always helpful. All the chats that we do, everything that we do. Dennis gave away a bunch of memberships earlier today. You guys missed that. So there's another 20 or so new members to our channel. We're going to give away some memberships on the 14th. So, yeah, welcome in. Thank you for coming back. I-N. Oh, that's my hand. Oh, Sanders not here, yes. Oh, nice, yes. So, yeah, but we're happy to have you back. How are things going where you're at? Tell me what's going on there. We know that our friend, one of our friends is having problems sleeping. He can't, and we keep telling him you got to put your phone away. Mason is having trouble sleeping. So we've recommended that he puts his phone away at night instead of staying awake playing on the phone all night. That's something that he could do to help his sleep pattern. So nice and cool. We appreciate you. But what's your favorite thing to do there, Best Seven? Do you have a hobby or something that you like to do? I'm always curious what I know what HTN's hobby is cars, working on things. PA Outdoors, I'm not for sure if you have a hobby besides your outdoor stuff. But I'm always curious. Oh, thank you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you and everybody else. Christmas is on the way. Big Christmas party on the 14th. I hope you guys will come back and watch it. So I'm always curious about hobbies. What hobbies do people do? When you're not doing what you do, what's your hobby? Diana, Soul Soother's in the house. Thank you for being here, Diana. Hello to Diana. See, I remember to make, I make double sure to say hello to you, Diana. I almost skipped Diana, poor Diana, last night. But thank you for being here. How are you? How are things in your part of the woods? My question for everybody is, what hobby do you have that you go to? When you got dead time, really, and you go, what is that thing that you turn to go, well, I can kill some time besides playing on the phone, all right, or the internet. Again, not internet stuff. So, I think Henry does car stuff, mechanic stuff, right? HDN says, hello, Diana. Diana says, hello, Henry. How are you today, Henry? So Henry and I were complaining about our old age, about being stiff and wore out and not sleeping well and hurting and being just old guys. Working with my hands, says HTN. Yeah, okay, but I want you to go deeper than that because, look, every hobby I can think of, you have to work with your hands in some way, shape, or form. I mean, if you're a woodworker, working with your hands. If you're knitting, you're working with your hands. I'd like to know how to crochet. I don't have the manual dexterity to do it, but I think crocheting's cool My grandmother used to crochet, and she'd make these beautiful, and I got one saved, these beautiful designs out of, well, I don't know what the stuff is called, but she'd make these great big crochet thingy-jingies, and they were cool. But you need to go deeper. My go-to thing, I think, is, if I'm not fishing, which is the big hobby, would be probably building models. I like to build models. I'm not any good at it because I don't have patience, but I like to build, models. Yes, Nana says, yeah, no good, no bueno. Taco, isn't taco bueno? Oh, is that what this is? Wow, I just got that. I want to soak in the hot tub. Yeah, that's what I do. We have a jacuzzi tub. And now I don't like getting out of it, but I don't mind getting in it. Getting out of it's the hard part. Maybe one day we'll have an outdoor jacuzzi that I can just slide, versus having to climb down in the tub and then getting my ugly butt out of the tub. Can't crochet anymore? Hands hurt? Yeah. I don't think I could do it. I got too much arthritis. But my grandmother did it until she died, and man, she was good at it. I don't know. And she did, I had another grandmother that did yarn. She wasn't very good at it. Some of her stuff was a little kooky, but she tried. But I think it might go to, and it's like in January, it's going to be probably cold and miserable. I'm going to break out. Lorelai bought me a model, I don't know, last Christmas. I think I got it for Christmas, and I haven't touched it. So I'm thinking about this January, clearing a space out on the table, taping it where I don't mess up our nice table, and then doing the model. Building things that people say I can't build. Ooh, nice. All right, Henry. You can't build a great big pergola in my backyard attached to my house. All right? You can't do that. I don't know where you're going to get the money for the lumber, but you can't do that. I can still do it, just not very long. Yeah. Henry is MacGyver. MacGyver. Yeah. They don't look much alike, but maybe so. Yeah. I'm not. I'm not good at fixing crap at all. The only thing I'm really good at is telling people how to do things. That's probably what I do best. I'm the guy that says, nope, here's what you do. Here's the plans. Let's go. Nope, wrong material. Nope, make sure you got your hard hat on. Where's your safety vest? Where's your harness? Are you wearing steel-toed shoes? I'm that guy. You're not following the plan and the guidance. Concrete's only 4 inches, supposed to be 6 inches. You didn't bother to put rebar in the concrete. Now I'm that guy. But getting down and doing it, can't do it. So I think this January, I'm going to make a place somewhere in this house, because I had a table in my office all set up where I was going to build models. I was just going to enjoy myself looking out the window, But then Lorelai put a small fish tank on the table. And then the treadmill she had to have, Lorelai, is now in my office. Used maybe once or twice, 3 times. Brand new, beautiful treadmill. So that takes up space. So now my table I bought, I went out and got on Facebook for $10 or $20, which is going to be perfect for building models on. It's too crowded. I like puzzles. To me, just getting to figure out the pieces to make it work. I love doing puzzles. I got a whole puzzle kit, and I know you probably mean bigger puzzles, but I like puzzles. I do puzzles. I got one of those puzzle mats in a container, and we've done a lot of puzzles over the years, a lot of puzzles. My problem is they've gotten so damn expensive. I don't want to pay $20 for a puzzle. I want to pay $1. I want to pay $2. I don't like spending big money on puzzles. I don't like how much they are now. You go to Walmart and look at puzzles, it's like, oh my God. They're a puzzle, people. But Lorelai and I've done puzzles together. And it's kind of, irritating because I got a strategy in my head. She has a strategy in her head on how to do a puzzle, and they conflict, you know. But we've done a lot of puzzles. We used to glue them on cardboard and all of that, and I don't know whatever happened to those. Maybe we threw them away, because what do you do with a puzzle after you've done it once? So, I like doing puzzles, without question. But, I need to go get my eyes checked. If I start doing that. I got a thing in the mail today from one of the eye people I went to for these, saying that they're going to give me $50 off something. So I need to call and make an appointment for an eye exam, and then decide what to do about glasses, where to get glasses at. Give it away, the puzzle? Well, I do, right, and that's kind of what we did with the used puzzles. But some of them, we glued them on cardboard. My grandfather did that for some reason, and he had this really big workshop, and he would hang all of his puzzles up just on the walls. Take a stapler, and he'd have all these puzzle pictures all over his garden. We don't really have that. But when we get done with them, you're right. We put them all back in the box and seal the box, and then we give them away. I've given them, I've taken them to doctor's offices and just dropped them off. Put a box on the table. Is that okay? I've been at, places, I'm like, well, this place looks boring. Here, let me take it out of my big coat pocket here. Put the little box on the table for a puzzle. Maybe somebody will take it, or somebody will use it there at the doctor's office. So, but I do. I think it's time for me to go get eye examined. But $300, last time I got glasses, it was a $300 bill. And that's just so crazy to spend that kind of money on glasses, but I'm overdue. So we're going to go see what they want. And I don't know where the best place was. This is Lens Crafters where I got this. I think Lens Crafter is probably the most expensive place to buy glasses. Ah, that's a good point. All right, nursing homes, rehab centers. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, I don't know where we took them to or where they went. We may have given them to friends. I don't know, Henry. But that's a good point. I've done that with books. Pain sucks big time. I know a lot of us in the world, or at least the ones that I talk to on here, we're all in pain. And it's bad. Yeah. And since we can't go on narcotics, since they won't let us have any good drugs anymore, what do? I think somebody needs to work on that process. Okay, so opiates are bad. They're addictive. We can't use them anymore except for in short-term purposes. So what are they doing? What are they doing for chronic pain for people? That's the question. Is anybody doing anything about chronic pain? I don't know. I wish I knew. I went to a pain specialist for years and years when the drugs were good, when you were able to have the drugs. And they helped. But what do you do? I mean, are they still putting that device in you surgically where they can inject drugs into a battery pack or something in your stomach and it disperses it slowly, but you can't take it and have an overdose? Yeah. Diana, I understand. I really do. There's been, right. And sadly, there's not a damn thing we can do about it but wait it out and hope it releases and gets better. But I don't know what doctors do these days or what's the answer. Is marijuana the answer? I would take it in a heartbeat. I don't think it is, because it's only for, to calm you down, to make you relax. but I don't know if they have any formula that would take pain away. That's what I care about. I have neuropathy in my feet, right, where they hurt all the time. So thank you all for being here. I know there's a bunch of people hanging out in the background, so come forward if you want and give us a chat. Let us know what's going on in your world. And the hips, the back, everything, right? What do we do? That's part of why I started painting, to deflect. They have some strains that are dedicated for pain. Well, I'll have to Google that and see if I can figure out that. Because that's, when it comes to the marijuana, that's the only thing I care about. Seriously, I don't care about anything else. My heart is under control. H10 says, I just stick with pot when my pain gets bad. But does it really take away the pain? Or is it just causing you to go into another la-la land? You know what I mean? Do you feel like you can function 100% and it just took your pain away? Or did your ability to function diminish by taking the marijuana? So, because what I don't want, and maybe I'm being selfish, I don't want to be diminished. I want the pain to go away, but I want to have my faculties. I don't want to be tired and lay around. I want to be able to get up, exercise, move, because when I was on the pain drugs for years, man, I was lifting weights, exercising, lost tons of weight because I was physically active. You take those drugs out and that pain comes back, you're no longer active. So I want my faculties. It helps more than pain pills. Yeah, I get that, Henry. That you got to treat it like medicine, not a recreational drug like beer. So maybe I'll look into it more again. I know Lorelai's against it because, her culture in the Philippines, marijuana's bad, 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 bad. So maybe I can get her to see it differently. Yeah, I bought some edibles before, and all they did, and I told them I wanted it for pain, and whatever they gave me just made me tired. And I didn't like that. So maybe I need to do a better job doing some research and figuring it all out. I function just fine after using a little bit of it, but only use like medicine. All right, good. Yeah, I'll look into it more because, yeah, they just won't give you stuff anymore. And I don't think they have pain management. We had a pain management guy here that I was going to go back to, but he closed up his practice and moved because the new laws came in about the drugs. He couldn't have a practice anymore. His name was Stephen Irwin. Great guy, big old boy. And I liked him, knew him. And I went to go to work with him on the pain clinic. He's like, sorry, we're closing. He said the new laws has prevented me from actually having a pain clinic. So he went back to, what do they call the people that put people to sleep? The doctors that put you to sleep? He went back to doing that in the hospitals. So, yeah, I bought some edibles. They were expensive, I'll tell you that. But I'll give it a try again. I'll study it and give it some try. You don't even, in the state of Missouri, which is right across from us, maybe a 30-minute drive, you can go and buy without any medical card. In Arkansas, you still have a medical card. I think mine is expired, but I have one. Diane says, yep, my brother doesn't get using it like medicine and gets mad when I won't share. It's for my pain. Yeah, yeah. And I agree with you guys. You got to treat it like medicine. You just do. If you don't, it's no bueno. It's a no bueno. It's no good. Yeah, what I just, my big problem is what strain to use. That's what I want. I want to know, or what, I don't know, is it the strain or formula, whatever it is. It takes a bit to find the right balance with it, but when you do, it helps a lot more than you would think it does. All right. Because I really do. I want to keep my faculties. I know I'm not smart anymore, but I don't want to be dumber than I am. That's kind of important to me. I don't want to lose any more of the intellect that I've lost. So that's really important to me. Really important to me that I'm not dumber by taking it. And I know that sounds silly, but that's extremely important to me. The other thing that is extremely important to me is I don't want it to put me to sleep. I absolutely do not. And you guys have probably heard this, but I do not want to fall asleep accidentally. That's how I went into the coma. It's how, you accidentally pass out. I don't want to do that. I don't want to ever survive another coma in my life. So, but maybe I need to sit down on the computer, not the iPad, where I can really type and dig in and see if I can find. And this is what I really think. This is partly why I wish doctors could prescribe it. And why I wish it was more mainstream so that a doctor could prescribe with their knowledge of what the manufacturers of the gummies or whatever it is, what they're designed for, and there's some science, there's some data, there's some real evidence in it. And then you could buy what is recommended. But I know right now doctors don't know. They don't have the knowledge. My doctor has told me flatly, you need to go take marijuana. He's told me, go get it and go use it. And I've asked him, well, he's like, I don't know. We're not taught about that drug. And that's a shame. I think modern medicine ought to get into the groove of teaching about THC, right? It needs to be where the doctors actually know and understand what THC works, how it works, what it doesn't work, and have a little bit more science knowledge behind it so they can say, hey, and it might do us some good. Now, whether they can prescribe it legally and we can buy it legally, that's a whole different story. Diana says, I was recently told to mix edibles and smoke. But yeah, you got to find out exactly what you need. Yeah, and I can't smoke. It's one thing I can't do. I mean, I got friends that are getting high at parties and stuff, passing around, and I tell them I can't do it. I can't smoke, man. If I smoke, I am screwed. I'm telling you, my lungs will resist it. They will not be happy, and they will make sure that I know that they're not happy. So I can't smoke it, and I don't like to smoke anyway. I'm not a smoker, never have been. But the edibles are fine. If it had a patch form, all right. I just don't know. And maybe this is crappy of me. Maybe I'm biased or a piece of shit. But when I walk into a dispensary, I don't have confidence and that the people selling me the marijuana truly knows anything about it. I just don't feel confident, with the guy sitting there. Yeah, man, I just don't feel confident that they can accurately get you down the right path. Yeah, I think they are knowledgeable. I do think there are people, but I don't think all of them are. And that's the key. You got to find the guru, the expert, the guy that understands it, the science behind it. He understands the strains, and he's really, so you need I don't know what they call them. Is there a name for a marijuana expert? Like what is a wine person? A wine person's a sommelier or something like that. They're an expert in wine. I wonder if there's one for marijuana that, could, like a doctor would do, help you, direct you to the right place. But the couple of times that I bought them, I just didn't get the right vibe that this person has a damn clue. When you're sitting there getting high while you're talking to me, and I'm here trying to buy medicine. Maybe I'm old school, you know what I mean? A connoisseur? Well, I think a connoisseur is somebody who would be an expert at, or who enjoys partaking in it. Like Jay Leno's, well, he may be an expert in cars now, but Jay Leno's a connoisseur of vintage cars. But he may not be an expert because he has a whole team of mechanics that work on his extras. So I want to know the expert who maybe doesn't even use it, but knows everything behind it. I'm sure there's a term. I know there is for wine. The wine guy knows all the smells. He can tell the color, the bottles. He knows everything about the wine industry and where this wine comes from. French wines this time of the year. If the grapes came at this time, they're no good. If they did this, they did that. If a grape had a blah, 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 and so, but a connoisseur is somebody who, like me, I am a connoisseur of beautiful Filipino women. Woman, not women, woman. So there you go. Not women, Diana. Erase that from the live stream. But I don't know. Let's see. But is there a marijuana expert? I'm going to Google it real quick. We had Thai food for lunch. So what are we looking at for marijuana? Expert. There are enough dispensaries all around to find someone with true knowledge. Yeah. Yes. And that's a good point. That's a good point, Diana. I mean, and that's kind of what I wonder. Well, see, here I am. I'm old school and normal. I was thinking, I wonder if I could go on LinkedIn and find a marijuana expert on LinkedIn. Because if I was looking for an expert in a certain field, I would go to LinkedIn and look. But I don't think they're advertising on LinkedIn. So I wonder if there's another page or forum out there. We're going to have to do a lot of research so that we can all get what we need. There is an association. There's an association. Welcome to the Association of Cannabinoid Specialists. Cannabis, medicine, safeguarding patients' care. True. Are they even talking about marijuana? Or is this something totally different? Cannabis physicians to present cannabis as an alternative solution, their ethical duty. This is kind of weird. There is an association. What strains are for pain? Oh, that's a good one to search. But there is a association out there called the Association of Cannabinoid Specialists. They call themselves ACS. So that's a good one, Diana, but you got it right. What strains for pain? I even found what not to get because it will mess with my anxiety. Nice. Nice, not nice that it messes your anxiety, but it's nice that we're able to figure some things out. So what are we going to do? What strains? Man, it's getting hot in this house. You think THC? Yeah, what just popped up with the search for pain, Diana, is the researchers found that participants prefer indica strains for pain management, sedation, that's a problem for me, and sleep, while they would opt for sativa strains to improve energy and mood. Regarding pain, participants report statistically significant effect when using indica for non-migraine headaches. What's the best for chronic pain? Let's look at that one. They're saying even for chronic pain, neuropathy. Well, maybe I need to do that, Diana. Maybe I need to. Here, I'm gonna screenshot this, Diana, Henry, so I can remember. And then, I guess you kind of got to go out on a limb, making sure that you get the right stuff, I guess. You got to be able to trust a dispensary. I wonder if I had to get my Arkansas medical card or just go across the street to Missouri and buy it there. I'll have to look to see how much it costs to renew my Arkansas card. Yeah, I know I'm going to Diana. I know Lorelei doesn't like it, and she's not a fan, but I need to do something. We all need to do something, right? Because truth to be told, everybody, I hate being lazy. I hate being in so much pain that, your back hurts so bad that you're just like, and mine tenses up, my back tenses up a lot. Yep, she's not the one living in pain. And I don't truly know what their hang up with marijuana is, besides thinking it's, a bad drug. Because in their culture, it's bad. And a lot of cultures, it's still bad. I don't know. But then there's other things. Have you heard of that plant that they eat? Like, I can't remember the name of it, of course. There's a plant that they chew raw, like in Ethiopia, where the ocean pirates are. They feed off of these plants. I guess it's like cocaine. It gives them it's a stimulant, gets them fired up, and they eat this. Damn, I wish I could remember what it was called. So yeah, so Diana, I know you understand. It's, but starting next year, I need to be more active just so I can enjoy life. Yeah, I don't know what that says. No rehab for marijuana. I don't know what it says. I mean, what it means. I don't know what that means. I think it's a deep, and you know me, I go deep. I think it's a much deeper question. I know marijuana can have a negative effect on the brain. I know the science behind that. I've seen it. It can arrest development in young people. I know that. I believe that. We've seen that growing up. We got friends who were smoking dope at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, and their brain never matured. And now they're the the ones who are not functioning so well as adults. But they didn't use it as medicine, they used it to get high with. Exactly. Everything has a negative effect. And I like the fact that it doesn't have a rehab, but does, does that mean people never quit it? Or it just means that it's not addictive? Because I think it's probably just because it's non-addictive, especially in adults like us. I do think it's habit forming, but not addictive. And what I mean by this is, I think like for us in our age for pain, if we used it for pain management or whatever, I don't think you have to worry about that. But if you're a 14, 15, 16-year-old kid, a 21-year-old kid who's sitting around getting high all day, I don't think it's addictive, but I think it's habit forming. And that's a bad thing. But they're also not using it like medicine. They're just using it to get high with. If you take that drug away from them, what happens? If I remember the science right, if you took a 16-year-old kid who's been smoking dope for 2 or 3 years, and you got him off the dope, in a few months, his brain starts to heal, and it starts to mature. It may have some arrested factors in it, but it does start doing that. But once again, that's talking about, when we were teenagers, hanging out at a buddy's house in a circle, passing joints around all day long. And I know, Henry, you've done that. So don't lie, Henry. I know you've been there. So, what does it mean? Does it mean that it's a perfect drug? I mean, I don't know what it means. What do you think? Anybody have any thoughts on why you don't hear people going to rehab? Should there be a rehab? Because rehab is rehabilitation. So if you took this 21-year-old boy who's been getting high for 5 years, using it just as non-medicine, should there be a form of rehab for him? Diana says, I've been there too. I know, we all have. We've all been in those rooms, right? Somebody's garage, a basement, an attic, somebody's bedroom, parents not home all day long. We've all been there. And it's not a bad thing to be. So, I don't know. I think that's interesting that there's no rehab for it. So do people get, and this, I guess this is where I go with that. Sanders is in the house. Hello, everybody. Everybody say hello to Sanders. Sanders, we're talking about marijuana. Yeah, we're talking about drugs. And I got another question for you too, Sanders. So does it just mean that it's non-addictive, I guess? Everybody say hello to Sanders. Thank you for the thumbs up. Hey, Sanders, I know that you know a little bit about Starlink. Elon Musk and Starlink. Ash is in the house. Want to hear a fun fact? As long as it's a good one. Hey, Diana from Sanders. Charles says, hello to you, Diana. It's so nice to see you tonight. You look lovely tonight in your outfit, by the way. So, that's what it's called, right? Starlink. I just realized today when I turned on Lorelei Subaru, it's Starlink. The screen, the digital screen pops up, says Starlink on it. I wonder if it's the same Starlink. I just ship it, man. I don't know a damn thing about that. I just ship the shit. So, looks like our friend Ash may be trying something nasty. Yeah, nobody cares about that, Ash. Okay, thank you. Yeah, yeah. No, I don't know. I like Joe Rogan, by the way. He's funny. It has to be, right? Weird. I'm going to Google it. I just realized today, I got in the car, started it up, and this digital screen display, because she has a big screen in her Subaru. I'm like, Starlink? Is Elon tracking everywhere I go? That little booger spying on me, tracking my car. So I'm going to Google that and see how that is. Joe is great. I like Joe Rogan. He obviously has the best podcast. It is the largest out there with the most views. But I like Joe Rogan. So yeah, Sanders, what do you think about marijuana? Do you have an opinion about medical marijuana and or recreational marijuana? Just ask. I know you just ship it. You know what's funny is this. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if I should tell this or not, but it's funny. I know somebody who uses it for pain. They live in a state where it's illegal, where you can possess it, but you can't buy it. You can't do all these things with it. The state of Texas. They live in southern part of Texas, down by Sanders. And Texas is so damn big, they would have to drive hours to get to it out of state and then risk bringing it back into the state. And what the person has done is they found out a way, or what they do is they have a friend in another state like Missouri, where it's perfectly legal. You can just walk in and buy it without a prescription or a card or anything. And they put it in FedEx. They take it to FedEx, but they put it in a FedEx box, and they ship it to them in Texas. And they don't have any problems with it. And Dee's back. Hey, sorry I'm late. That's all right. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. We appreciate that. So there's a time a while back when that person was going to be out of town for too long. And they asked if I could do that, if I could mail it. And I talked to them and I said, well, what do you mean mail it to you? Because you can't mail marijuana in the postal service because it's federal. But apparently you can ship marijuana through FedEx because it's not a government agency. But you can't ship it through the USPS. I found that very interesting. There's apparently a lot of people that use FedEx to ship drugs to people. Did you hear Willie Nelson supposedly got arrested not long ago for having 6 ounces on him? No, but it wouldn't surprise me. And I truly think that's all stupid. 6 ounces, I don't know, quarter ounce. I don't know. Who knows marijuana? Because I can't remember. When we used to buy the baggies, we'd buy a quarter. Was that a quarter ounce? The bag's about this big around, in a Ziploc bag. Was that a quarter ounce? Because I remember the word quarter. So 4 times 6, 24. So that'd be a pretty damn big bag, right? 6 ounces would be a pretty healthy bag. I tried it a couple of times back in the 80s. Room started to spin and never touched it again. Yeah, I didn't like how it makes me feel tired. I'm back. I lost the internet because of the storms. Henry, we're glad you're back. We were talking about you earlier, man. I was laying it on thick. Ooh, man, doggies. They should have looked harder. I'm sure of that. Yeah. Dee says, sorry, didn't get back to bed the lives much today, and I won't be able to be here tonight because I am working on my science. But when will you be live tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'm going to plan to do a nighttime live stream like now, right now, maybe a little bit earlier, but this time frame. And if I wake up in a good mood, I'm going to try to do a live stream about 10 o'clock for maybe an hour in the morning, tomorrow morning, if I wake up and I feel good. No bed B, no bed B, sorry, I meant to say, I understand. So that's kind of the plan right now. Definitely tomorrow night because my wife is working and I'll be bored. Okay, that's what it was. Back in the day, there was a nickel, dime, quarter, then 50 and 100. Maybe I was thinking a quarter. So it's a quarter of an ounce, Henry. Good night. We appreciate you. Thank you for the thumbs up each come in. We appreciate you sharing us out to all of your friends and encouraging them to join us. We will do it. Yeah, Sanders, I'm not a big fan of it either, but we're talking about it from like a medical standpoint for pain and relief and things. So I didn't like when I was a teenager, I didn't really like how it made me feel. I'm one of these weird people that don't like to be not in control, I guess, my faculties. I am sure. So this is what I was trying to figure out. Diana was saying Willie Nelson got busted with 6 ounces of marijuana. I was just wondering kind of how big that bag would be. You know, I know Johnny Cash got busted for it way back in the day, and I don't know why they keep busting people for drugs, especially when they're like Willie Nelson, who says, look, I smoke it every day, I do what I want to do, you know, or like Snoop Dogg, why would you bother? You know they're going to do it. They're just going to pay the fine and move on. You know, they're just going to go, whatever, and pay it and move on. So, I don't know. But I do think it ought to be regulated. I do. So yeah, 6 ounces. I remember, I don't know, I think Johnny Cash got busted with an ounce, coming off that plane from somewhere. And I saw where they're doubly cracking down on cruise ships to Jamaica and other places where they're not even allowing you to bring vapors on at certain places. So you can't take it off and bring, because they don't want you to buy the THC and bring it back. Let's see what happened to Willie Nelson. Man, Willie's old. He was born in 1933. I like Willie Nelson, though. He's one of my favorite. Agent says, well, it used to be called nickel bag because it was 5 fingers worth in the bag. Okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know why they called it a nickel bag. I really didn't. I didn't know that. I remember it, but I didn't know that. Pat's in the house. Good evening, everybody. Everybody say hello to Pat. Thank you, Pat. Let's see when this was. Pat, how are you feeling? Oh, he was in Texas. See? Texas is so screwed up. Yes. It doesn't show his arrest date. Well, this goes way back to 2010. Hey, HDN. Feeling good, Brother David. Thank you, Pat. Well, Pat, I'm glad you're feeling better. We are just randomly talking about stuff, and one of the things we're talking about is how to feel better, how to get some of the pain out of us old people's body. And, because I know even Sanders works a hard job, and he has kids he takes care of, so he's a busy man. I know he probably has days where he struggles like us. Willie Nelson and President Carter, I believe they were smoking on top of the White House roof. I know because Willie Nelson told me, and when I argued with him a few times. Yeah, Willie Nelson has said that he smoked on the rooftop of the White House. He said that. I've read it a couple of times and stuff that he's written. So, no more toe bandages. Nice. So the toe is good. Yeah, I think it's been a while. But that's Texas. Texas is, look, I get coming into the country. I don't know. Yep, remember that? Yes. Senator says, I deal with pain every day. I know you do, brother. The real key is, what in the hell do we do about it? That's part of, what we're a little bit talking about. Some people do yoga and stretch, and some people swear that helps. I can't do yoga. I'm too fat. Pat says, yeah. I'm happy that your toe's getting better, buddy. Really am. I hope you're doing well. How many famous people have you hung out with? You asking HTN? Me? Probably, well, it depends on what you call famous. I don't know, maybe less than 10. Maybe 10. For me, it's about 10 people, somewhere in there. I've been around Bill Clinton, governor, a couple governors of Arkansas. Bill Clinton when he was president and when he was governor. Alice Walton, the Walton family, been around some of them. So it kind of depends on what you mean by famous. I've had public speakers that were semi-famous that I've been around. A couple of musical guests at events that I hosted or was part of. So I don't know, maybe 10 or 15. HCN says, yeah, over the years they have changed everything around. You're paying a hell of a lot more for very little, like everything. Yeah, dope's gotten really expensive. And that's kind of what I mean is if I'm going to try to use it for pain management and spend that kind of money, I want the product that's geared towards what I want it to be geared towards. I don't want just random pot. I want something that's truly geared if I'm spending that kind of, because it's not cheap. I don't remember, I got the receipt somewhere in the house, but I probably paid $100 for 2 baggies of gummies. And I think maybe there's 12 gummies in each bag. I don't remember exactly, but so 24 gummies at $100? Pretty pricey to me. And I thought about that because, we're in Arkansas. If I drive across the border into Missouri where it's open for recreation, I can promise you if you stop at the first dispensary across the state lines, it's going to be really expensive. So you probably need to go another 30 minutes up into Missouri and find one where the normal people are. But I don't know. So yeah, for me, it's hanging out with politicians is more of what I've done in my life. And rich people, even though I'm not rich or a politician. I've been around a lot of them. We've met some famous artists that have come through at Walmart. Because, Walmart does their shareholders meeting. And I've been in Walmart at times and have met, God, I don't know, Billy Ray Cyrus. I don't know, there's a bunch of, you don't hang out with them, but you meet them. You're like, hey, they shake your hands. And, because they're going to be performing at the Walmart thing. And, So, for me, politicians, I've been blessed enough over the years, sometimes as I tell Lorelai, to get invited to the big table. And I've been blessed enough to sit at a table and have lunch with the governor of Arkansas and the attorney general and a few other people. And there's some people from federal OSHA, from Washington, D.C., and all of that good stuff. So I've been lucky enough to sit at the big boys table. I tell Lorelai, who's checking on us, everybody say hello to Lorelai. Hi, my love, just checking ya. What? I said Lorelai, Lily, go back to sleep. She's not here. Hey, Lori. Yes, you come to see big people because of your wife and the people you know too. There you go. So yeah, I tell Lorelai all the time, look, anytime you get a chance to sit at the big boy table or the big girl table, take it. If you get invited to come to a meeting that's kind of above your pay grade, you take it. Lorelai is saying hello to everybody. Hello, everybody. Lorelai, did you give us a thumbs up? You better. You may not be able to, but I have my regular pain and my kidneys are giving me hell on top of that. Ooh. I step away on my desk for a few minutes, so busy. All right. So Diana, taking the marijuana, using the THC for your chronic pain, and it's not helping your kidneys, do you think there's something more wrong with your kidneys? I guess is where I'm going with that. Is there, because I know you got your results back the other day. Diana saying hello to you, Lorelai. We were talking about medical marijuana, pain and suffering today, Lorelai, is what we're talking about. And Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, the people that get arrested for it, how to send it through the FedEx without getting arrested, stuff like that. We're all talking about the medical marijuana, how good it is, how there is no rehab for it. So that's what we've been doing. How has work been going, Lorelai? Yeah, you don't want to, I have a couple of things, you don't want to mess around with your eyeballs and you don't want to mess around with your kidneys because if you can't pee, it ain't no fun. I've been in that position where there is no pee coming out, no matter what the hell you do. It's not a fun place to be. So you definitely want to go and see if you can get your kidneys worked on. Maybe they need a tune-up or something. And I know everybody in God's creation will tell you, oh no, just drink apple cider vinegar or a gallon of this or a gallon of that. But definitely see what the doctor says. So busy, my loves, my eyes are hurting. Staring at the monitor. Aww. Aww. I'll be there on the 12th. That way I can relax for a few days and check out everything. Okay. Monitors. I got it, Lorelai. We knew what you were talking about. So your dad had a kidney issue. So maybe it's a genetic thing, right? I don't know if anybody in my family's had kidney issues. I have. Good for you, Henry, to check things out. Yep. He's going to figure out what he's going to do. Yikes. So, yeah, what's weird is I'll tell you this. What's really weird in my family is once we've all gotten about 45 of age and above, we don't seem to like to eat meat very much. And I found this out just a few years ago. We were down in Texas visiting my sister down by Houston. And she was talking about how she no longer liked to eat steak and chunks of meat and stuff. And I thought, well, that's really weird because I'm the same way. I don't want to eat that big chunks of meat anymore. And I was talking to my brother one time, and he's like, yeah, man, I don't do beef. I don't do that stuff. I don't like eating it. It makes me feel weird. Like, wow, that's really weird that. And then he told me my other brother was the same way. So there's at least four of us that don't, and the others are dead. So I don't know about them. Going back to work? All right, Lorelei. Don't stress. Diana says her daddy was on dialysis for over 10 years. That's a long time. Wow. So did he go to dialysis weekly? I'm sure they did dialysis on me in the coma, I guess. And then we had a bunch of I had so much stuff done to me, Diana. I truly don't remember everything. So did he go weekly? I know my grandfather, who was diabetic, wind up having to do that 3 times a week for 10 years. Oh my God. Wow. I don't know, to be honest, if I could do that. I know it wouldn't make Lorelei happy, Diana. Everybody who's listening in the background. Appreciate everybody being here, by the way. Thank you all for the thumbs up. Dennis gave out a whole bunch of memberships earlier today, so somebody may have some new memberships. Henry is saying, have fun at work, Lorelei. Yay, make that money, honey. Bring that money, honey. Make that bacon. 3 times a week for man. I used to have a pick line. I had a pick line in, and I used to have to give myself drugs 3 times a day, Lorelei. And I would have to, every 8 hours, I would have to give myself this big ball. I'd have to insert it into this pick line and squeeze it and let it get through and on a pick line right here. So I couldn't imagine having dialysis 3 times a week. We didn't start off having to do it that often. Yeah, I understand. It's probably progressive, right? Yeah. But in the end, 3 times a week, Jesus, that's rough. Rough. And then I've had Tarzan's in the house. Everybody say hello to Tarzan. Tarzan of the jungle, Jungle John. Tarzan, how are you? How are you today? HTN says, hey, John, how are you? So, yeah, and I had, when we did the COVID thing, there was a special drug that they gave Lorelei and I because I was a high risk. So we got the COVID vaccine or whatever the hell you want to call it. But there's another one that they had to put, they did it, Lorelei different, but they had to put an IV into one of my arteries and get it dripped in. Probably, it was free to me, but it probably cost the insurance company $100,000. Big John says, I just got home. Well, where you been, John? What you been doing all day? Did you go to Jollibee? Wow, I didn't know you could do it at home. They eventually had him do it at home every day until he said, if. Wow. Wow. I didn't even know you could do that stuff at home. That's crazy. You know, a kidney is what? John says, my son got out at 6 p.m. from school. Oh, late day at school for them. I heard about that shooting in California, John. The school shooting, I heard about it. I hope it's nowhere near where you guys are. I know it's all over with, but I did hear about, I don't know if they captured the guy, and I was trying to listen to it today, but the sheriff that was giving the press conference was kind of all over the place. So I don't know if anybody died at the school shooting in California. I know there's 2 kids that were critically wounded. So it was, Diana says. So yeah, it's just, and I guess, I don't know if you guys have seen that guy who got shot, who's the CEO of the healthcare company in New York. I guess now they got that guy's face on camera, and they've got a pretty good picture of him, a couple of them. So now they're looking for him. And I saw that. I saw you guys had a gigantic earthquake. I mean, I saw some videos. You guys, or Northern California, had some rocking and rolling going on. Pat's saying, did you hear it? And did anybody hear about this? Did you hear on the news they were stealing organs from patients having surgeries? No, I didn't hear that. It wouldn't surprise me. So you mean like a real surgeon at a real hospital or something like that? They were going, hey, maybe I should take an extra kidney. I'm in here doing a hernia operation. And they got a kidney laying here. They only need one. Wow. But you would think that they could make artificial kidneys, because a kidney is what? A kidney is a filter. If they could put a pacemaker in, if they could put heart valves in, if they can do, wouldn't you think making a filter, making a new kidney, artificial kidney, would be within reach? It was scary, yeah, maybe. Oh, I can understand that, because, I've had a lot of surgeries. I wonder if I'm missing organs, It was in the news, right? So let's see if we can find anything about it. Let's see. There was a Kentucky man. This is 1 month ago. The Kentucky man declared brain dead, woke up during when they was harvesting his organs. A man who got in cardiac arrest had been declared brain dead, woke up as surgeons in his home state of Kentucky were in the middle of harvesting his organs for donation. His family told media outlets, holy crap. So there's that one. That's why I won't live in California. Way too many earthquakes. Yeah, California needs a really good earthquake. They need to just break off from the country, Yeah, don't list yourself as an organ donor. They will let you die. Yes, they will. Apparently, this guy was a organ donor. They declared him brain dead too early, and he woke up during surgery going, hey, give me back my damn kidneys. That's what they were doing to patients. That's crazy, man. On the news talking about it, that's crazy. John says, my son sent me a doctor's information that he met in New York that got kicked out of the mainstream medicine because he was helping diabetic patients. Yeah, sadly, I think our medical system in America is kind of screwed. I think we're too closed-minded. I don't think we think about alternative ways to help people. And I think that's really sad. I don't think everything that happens in the East is perfect, or in Europe, but Americans' medical system, we need to be more aggressive, more open-mindedness. We need to be able to try different things. Henry says that's been going on for years in hospitals. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. The real question is, are they, I think they're prematurely calling you dead, taking and donating your organs to other people. The real question is, who's stealing them and selling them? Organ donation through this organ donation program is one thing. Doctor was using stem cells to help patients. See? And I don't know why everybody has so much problem. with stem cells and alternative stuff. I really don't. I think we're missing the boat on a lot of this. Yeah, I do. I just don't think we do things right in America when it comes to medicine. I think we're just too simply focused. The real, if you guys remember, and I don't know if it's an urban myth or not, but the story about the guy who wakes up in a bathtub full of ice and somebody has stolen his kidneys. Remember, I think that was on CSI, one of the Las Vegas CSIs or something. The hospitals have been caught dumping patients on the street and homeless shelters, even when they can pay. I know, and hospitals shouldn't be doing that. China sells organs after stealing them. Yeah. Well, if you watch I know it's kind of silly, but if you watch the Squid Game on Netflix, it's all about in Korea selling organs. The hidden message in that is Korea has a huge problem with buying and selling organs. That's the underlying message in the Squid Game. But I wonder if there's ever a real case of somebody waking up in a hotel bathroom in a tub full of ice, with missing kidneys, because I think it was CSI Vegas. Tarzan says, I met a blondie without a brain before. Yeah, we've all done that. Pat says, be right back. All right, Pat, we appreciate you. Well, I don't know, John. I've been there. I dated a couple. I did. I dated a couple. They couldn't find the doorway in front of them. But that's all right. So I found out that my insurance denied the equipment that the hospital determined I needed. They said that there was not enough info to back that up. Make that make sense. Scam, hustle, greediness. Pat's back. Pat, thank you for coming back. Big John, Tarzan. I had just a joke. No, I believe you, John. We think it's true. When people tell jokes, there's some truth in that. Thank you all for the thumbs up, by the way. We appreciate that. Well, I think insurance companies do that. I think insurance companies are horrible. I don't think they care about the patients at all. It's truly a business. And they're going to deny claims because they don't want to pay out. And it's sad. I was thinking of my friends. There you go. I got some friends that are missing part of their brain. I know that much. And I have squishy brain. So, John, you know somebody who has squishy brain. But, yeah, I remember when I was in a boot for a couple of years, something happened to the crutches. I lost them. I gave them away. I don't know. But I tried to get another pair of crutches, and the insurance company wouldn't give them to me because I had one I bought one, or they gave me one 2 years ago. So my insurance wouldn't give me another set of crutches, so I had to buy them out of my own damn pocket. Well, because what they say inside the walls is we have medical experts. We hire doctors who don't practice medicine anymore in the insurance industry so that they can decide. They overrule the doctors. I got friends in low places where whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. Tarzan, my brother used to do dialysis at home. Wow, I didn't know you could even do dialysis at home. I didn't know that. I used to give myself a lot of drugs at home through PIC lines. I'm dealing with my insurance again because they don't want to pay for the test that I had a few weeks ago. Insurance companies are a joke. They're a ripoff. They're bad people. That's why I've learned the hard way that if they don't get the insurance approved, we don't pay it. We got screwed out of $5,000 out of our own pocket because when I came out of the coma, they threw me in a rehab center. And the social worker said that my insurance covered it, and the insurance company did not cover it. And so I stayed a day and a half, and it cost me $5,000 for a day and a half. And I had to pay it. Diana, I definitely agree. Can insurance ruin your credit? Yeah, I guess. Sure, they can. They can put a negative mark on your credit. Just got home from work, gonna see what the wife has for dinner. Tell your wife we said hello. My wife says hello. Have a good evening, everybody. We will. And thank you, Sanders, for coming in. We appreciate you, the support of our channel. More than you know. And one of these days, we're going to eat your wife's food. Or a good restaurant's food. One of the two. Somebody is getting upset. See you, Sanders. I'm going to show you. Somebody's getting upset at me. She's wanting attention. I eat rice and chicken. Will do, thank you. Pat, hello, Solo. Well, now she ran away. All right, go pee or something. Go pee, Lily. Go outside. Go eat. I don't know what you want. But you're not getting anything. She wants one of those tea things. My dog, Lily. Well, she cooks in a restaurant. I know, that's what I mean. I told my wife that. I said, she cooks in a Filipino restaurant, so she should be able to cook some good food. So we need to go to South Texas. Lily, yeah, that's Lily. She's aggravated because she either wants a belly rub or she has to go pee, or there's no food for her. I think she's looking for food, but she has food. It's over there. We've been feeding them home-cooked food, homemade food, so now they don't want to eat their expensive dog food. So, but if she wants a snack, she needs to go eat her dog food. Thank you, Pat. We appreciate that. We like our dogs. The other one is right here next to me. I'll show you if I can. See this one? That's Daisy. She's the one with heart failure. John says, my wife cleaned the garage today. Damn, tell your wife to come to my house. I need to clean my garage like nobody's business, man, let me tell you. I got boxes that need to be broken down and stuff. Yeah. Man, this spring, we got to get better organized with all the Christmas stuff. I fear that we're going to probably have to spend a couple $100 buying totes for all the Christmas stuff so that they stay safe versus putting them in boxes. Welcome, Brother David. Pat says, thank you. Wow. I'm sorry the paint won't stop. I got to go. Talk to you guys later. All right, Diana. I hope it gets better. Feel better. We appreciate you. Yep, nobody's business because you don't want me to mess it up. I don't know what you're talking about. Talking about the garage? Yeah, I don't want you to mess up the garage. Bye, Henry, Diana says. Diana's not feeling well, so she's going to go and rest. You've been telling me you will clean it. I know, and I am going to clean it when I have a nice day and I feel good. That reminds me I need to go to Rockport, Texas. Henry says, later, Diana. Rockport, Texas. What's in Rockport, Texas? I don't think I've been there. Pat's laughing at you, Lorelei. Pat knows the score. I'm laying on my heating pad, sore back. I know, John. Man, I woke up with a horrible backache this morning. I had to get the old arthritis medicine out. Lorelei's telling you to get well soon, Diana. She's hoping you feel better. Pat says, Yippers, I know the score, man. Well, our garage isn't that bad. It's just boxes piled on boxes. And, but I'll get out there. We'll get a nice warm day one day when Lorelei's not here, and I'll go out there and break some of them down and all of that good stuff. But if anybody wants to clean the garage, Tarzan, you know, I made to the sauna today. Nice. Well, it's really cold here today, John. So much so that it's supposed to be down like at 17 degrees or something tonight. It's already 26 degrees. We would like to take a road trip, but with our dogs not feeling well and we don't have much time and or the money to take a road trip this winter. So I don't know. We probably won't do any big road trips. We have to do short road trips. Oh, Tarzan made it to the sauna. That's good. Sauna helps your back, relaxes the muscles. So, spooning weather? Shit. We can't spoon in this house. We can't spoon. Lorelei and I can't spoon. As soon as we do, we got 2 dogs who climb in between us. No joke, dead serious. If we're laying together, we ain't laying together for more than a couple minutes because we got 2 dogs that get right in the middle of us. H.D.'s, oh, your brother lives there? Nice. Filipino Bai's in the house. Hello. How are you, young lady? How are you doing? How's the Philippines today? Give us a report on the Philippines. Tell us what's going on in the Philippines, Bai. John's laughing at that HDN. Hey, Bai. Pat is laughing. So everybody say hello to Bai. She's trying to grow her channel just like Sanders and everybody else, so she needs help and support just like I do. But yeah, we can't, even on the couch. If we get too close on the couch, the doggies go, no, I don't think that's the way it's going to work. We got to be a part of it. They will climb over us to get between us. I'm serious. They will act like they're cats and get in between us. They come out of nowhere. No, we get right here. And they wiggle their little bodies in between us. Yeah, the hot tub is good. I should have took a jacuzzi tub bath today. May have made me feel better. Maybe tomorrow. Tonight I'm a little dizzy. I gotta admit. I don't know why, but I feel a little dizzy today. Tonight. The last couple of hours. Filipino Bai in the province says, we are so sad about him. Who are you sad about, Bai? I missed something. I'm sorry if I missed something. Filipino Bai, who are you sad about? Lily will give you a lick even if you like it or not. Yeah, Lily, to get her way, the red dog, she will lick you to death to get her way. To move your arm, to move your body, she will get you out of the way. I've been watching news on Elliot Eastman a few days ago. They think he's still alive, not sure. Really, wow. He was shot in the leg. Wow. They don't want me to hug David, but I still tease my dogs. then they get hard trying. Yeah, they work hard at it. So you're talking about Elliot, was his body was found recently in the sea? Because I know the first body they found was not his in the sea. Wow. Well, that's strange because I'll have to Google that. In the sea. I wonder, I guess I'm curious. So she said, yes, he is dead. Well, I knew that was going to happen. We knew he's dead. But if they just found him in the sea yesterday and his body was in good condition, then he wasn't in the sea for very long. You know what I mean by? Because of decomp. So I wonder how long he'd been in. I have to try to do some Googling, see if there's any news articles. But I wonder if he was held captive for a while before they dumped him in the sea. But I knew the way things had happened that there's no chance of him being alive. So they found him all out in the sea, huh? But God, he's been missing for 2 months. Here's something from the New York Times 14 hours ago. The American kidnapped in the Philippines is believed to be dead. I hate these damn things is you can't read the damn articles because they want you to subscribe to their shit. Philippine police say Elliot Eastman, American YouTuber, shot during the kidnapping, likely dead. I'm trying to find anything where it says they found his body. Has it been in the Philippine news by? Mai says, too bad I'm from Mindanao and that place he lived is Muslim area. It is. He was living in the Muslim area and he promised to convert because he married the girl, but he did not. Tarzan is saying, yes, Filipino Mai, yes, last night. Okay. Because I can't find anything on Google. All I can find from here is the same shit. So maybe it hasn't made the American news cycle yet. You sent it to me on Messenger, John? Thank you. At least somebody's on their game. All right, I found it.
Ibang detalye na nakasaad sa isinumiting affidavit noong dalawang saksi.
Magandang tanghali sa iyo, Aga. Ayon nga kay Police Regional Office 9 Acting Spokesperson, Police Lieutenant Colonel Ramoncillo Sawan, base sa pahayag ng suspect, binawian daw ng buhay ang American vlogger noong gabi din na dinukot ito bunsod ng tama ng bala sa katawan. Sinabi pa ng nahuling suspect na itinapon na lamang daw si Eastman sa dagat habang bumabiyahe sa bahagi ng Zamboanga City patungo sa direksyon ng Basilan. Dagdag ni Lieutenant Colonel Sawan, naiparating na nila sa US Embassy ang nangyari kay Eastman. Wala kasi aniya silang direktang komunikasyon sa pamilya nito maliban sa asawang nasa Zamboanga del Norte. Ipinauubayan na din lamang ng Pro 9 sa korte kung idadagdag ang kasong murder sa naunang abduction charges na isinampal laban sa mga suspect. Gayunman, hanggang sa kasalukuyan aniya ay hindi pa rin natatagpuan ng mga pulis ang katawan ni Eastman sa kabila ng halos 2 banang paghahanap ng mga pulis. Nauna nang sinabi ng Pro 9 na 8 sa mga suspect sa pagtukot ang nakasuhan na. 3 sa mga ito ang hawak na ng mga otoridad habang 5 pa ang patuloy na pinaghahanap. Maliban pa dyan ang mga persons of interest kung saan kabilang ang 3 napas lang sa isang operasyon noong nakaraang buwan. Aga?
Maraming salamat, Leia.
Okay, so can anybody translate that and something brief? What did they say? That I'm assuming by that they found his body, so they're saying they found his body in the ocean. Are they saying they also arrested somebody for it? Is that the is that the same link that John did that you did?
Tawag namin sa money sa Metro Manila ay pera o kwarta. Ang tawag namin siya.
Yeah, I'm clicking on your link right now, Bye. Oh.
Leia, ano ba yung ibang detalye na nakasaad sa
Okay, so it's the same link.
noong dalawang saksi?
I just can't understand any of it. That's okay. So I'm assuming, I guess I'm curious now. We're going to have to wait to see. But I'm curious when he was dumped in the ocean. Did they arrest anybody? Was he held kidnapped for a while before they dumped him? Because look, if he was shot and dumped in the ocean when they kidnapped him, his body would not be recognizable. And this long a period of time, he would have been eaten and his body would have been in bits and pieces out in the ocean. So if they, and because I couldn't understand what they were saying so if they truly found his whole body, he hadn't been in the water very long. So where was he all of this time? Was he dead all this time and they kept his body and then dumped it? Pat Riley, body bloated up. The U.S. Embassy already know, but they are having problems communicating his family since only they know his wife living somewhere in the Philippines. He has a sister in America. He has a sister in the northeast part of America. I know that much. Well, yeah, but Pat, his body would have bloated within 48 hours. Your body doesn't wait 2 or 3 weeks if you're in the ocean to come, that's not how the body works. Okay, they only have 8 suspects and the invasion is ongoing. Okay. So, if they just found his body, so did they say anything about his body? That's what the lady said. Okay. They didn't even say they found it. They didn't say they found it. Oh. So they're saying they didn't say they found the body. They're just saying they got people of interest in custody. Oh. But it's reported that his body was found. What's definitely been talking about, that his body was found. Because I didn't see anything else. Okay, suspects only, going to continue the investigation. All right, I can play it again, Lorelai.
Leia, ano ba yung ibang detalye na nakasaad sa isinumiting affidavit noong dalawang saksi?
Magandang tanghali sa iyo, Aga. Ayon nga kay Police Regional Office 9 Acting Spokesperson, Police Lieutenant Colonel Ramoncillo Sawan, base sa pahayag ng suspect, binawian daw ng buhay ang American vlogger noong gabi din na dinukot ito bunsod ng tama ng bala sa katawan. Sinabi pa ng nahuling suspect na itinapon na lamang daw si Eastman sa dagat habang bumabiyahe sa bahagi ng Zamboanga City patungo sa direksyon ng Basilan. Dagdag ni Lieutenant Colonel Sawan, naiparating na nila sa US Embassy ang nangyari kay Eastman. Wala kasi aniya silang direktang komunikasyon sa pamilya nito maliban sa asawang nasa Zamboanga del Norte. Ipinauubayan na din lamang ng Pro-9 sa korte kung idadagdag ang kasong murder sa naunang abduction charges na isinampal laban sa mga suspect. Gayunman, hanggang sa kasalukuyan aniya ay hindi pa rin natatagpuan ng mga pulis ang katawan ni Eastman sa kabila ng halos 2 banang paghahanap ng mga pulis. Nauna nang sinabi ng Pro-9 na 8 sa mga suspect sa pagtukot ang nakasuhan na. 3 sa mga ito ang hawak na ng mga otoridad habang 5 pa ang patuloy na pinaghahanap. Maliban pa dyan ang mga persons of interest kung saan kabilang ang 3 napas lang sa isang operasyon noong nakaraang buwan. Aga?
Maraming salamat, Leia Ilagan.
Okay, so they didn't find his body, is what that said. Eight suspects and 3 are in jail. Okay, Lorelai. Because I don't think they will find his body. So, Pat, you understand how Lorelai helped us with the translation. So, it sounds like they're still investigating, but they didn't have a body. But it's probably been reported in the Philippines since they arrested a few people that his body's been found. Someone sees that he got shot and dumped his body while they kidnapped him, and they might drop his body in the ocean. Ah, okay. So they're still speculating on what happened. They know that he got shot. They know he was kidnapped, but they're still speculating on what really happened. And apparently the people that kidnapped him have not told them where the body is, or maybe they've indicated that they dumped his body in the ocean. Right. It's hard to direct communication to his family since they can only be in touch with the wife. Someone sees it, but it's all theory after that. Okay. Yeah. So somebody is reporting, hey, this is what the bad people did. Maybe one of the criminals said, we dumped his body in the ocean. And if they dumped his body in the ocean within a day or two of kidnapping him, they're never going to find his body. His body's been eaten. There's too many fish, sharks in the waters, too many crabs. He's been gone too long. If they dumped his body within a day or two of kidnapping him, a week of kidnapping him, he's long gone. His body's food. So it's not found, right, Lorelai? Pat says right and true, good. Right, I mean, am I not wrong? I mean, if they threw his body in the ocean a few weeks ago, he is not, it's been 2 months. His body is not still there. Either the currents took it away, which is part of it. You got to remember the ocean currents, the tides. But he's fish food, crab food. Everything in the ocean would eat on him. They might stumble across some human bones somewhere eventually. But if he's been in the ocean this long, he's long gone. And maybe that's what's going to come out is, maybe that's what they're talking about in the Philippines is, hey, one of the criminals is indicating that we threw his body in the ocean. So maybe they're thinking, oh, now that we know that his body was thrown in the ocean, that they're looking at it going, oh, we found him because his body was thrown in the ocean. So now we know what happened to him. So it may just be a language thing. The case is in the court and 3 are in the police. Now it's looking for 5 people to find out exactly what happened. I'll have to ask my friend who lives there. He might know about it. Yeah, Henry. So, but that's what it kind of sounds like to me. It's kind of more of a language thing. They're saying they found his body because one of the criminals have reported to the police that we threw his body, or his body was thrown in the ocean. So now, that from a language standpoint for them is, oh, we found the body. To us, finding the body means having it in your hand. No, someone sees it on while he was shot and got kidnapped. Okay. So a eyewitness is now reporting that his body was dumped in the ocean. Then might have thrown the ocean into the ocean going to the different side of the island. The news did not tell they found the dead body, right? But now they're speculating by saying, okay, we have a witness now who says that the bad people threw him in the ocean, which is probably true. They probably killed him, took him out on a boat, and threw his butt over the ocean. And he's long gone. Even 2 months out in the jungle, his body would be decomposed, almost skeleton remains. Now, there may be a little bit of hair and flesh left on a body out in the jungle after 2 months, but not much. The scavengers would have picked his bones clean. Oh, I see. So they're saying basically they may have dumped him since they thought he was dying because of the gunshot wound to his leg when they tried to kidnap him. Could be somewhere in the mountains, buried. Yeah, I agree. Chasing Tail. Everybody say hello to Chasing Tail. How are you, my friend? Appreciate you coming in. If he was dumped in the ocean with all the storms, they will never find him unless he washes up tonight. But Chasing Tail, you know as well as I do that you throw, even in a lake, you throw a body in a lake, and if it sits there for 2 months, you're never going to find that body. Unless it's a very cold water body that's still, and the body can go down to pass a thermocline and stay there. But the ocean, everything's going to eat him. Speculation from the witness that he can't survive on the last time he sees him due to the bullets. Oh, okay. And his body, and it looks like he can't make it. So the eyewitness is saying, hey, he was shot. It didn't look like he was going to survive, so maybe the bad guys dumped him in the ocean. That's from the eyewitness. Where's the eyewitness been all this time? After that, he didn't know where he's going, but it seems he heard they were heading to the ocean. All right. So that kind of makes sense. So they got an eyewitness who's now saying, hey, look, the bad guys realized they shot him up and he wasn't going to survive. So maybe speculation, they took him to the other side of the island and threw him in the ocean. They probably put another bullet in him. Okay, the eyewitness still eyeing and probably dead. So he doesn't know for sure what happened. The eyewitness is speculating what happened. But they do have some people in custody over it. Pat says, okay, right. Timmy's in the house. Timmy, how are you? How are things? We've been discussing the Elliot thing the last few minutes. Timmy, how are you? Chasing Tails came in and visited us. It was very nice of Chasing Tail to do that. Did you encourage him to do that? But how are things in your world, Timmy? Doing good? Good. Lorelai, say hello to Timmy. Everybody say hello to Timmy and Chasing Tail if you haven't already done it. What? My dog's giving me the evil look. Like, what are you doing? I'll show you. My dog is bored. My dog is bored, so she's going to sit there and stare at me and moan and groan like a little baby. Is that right, Lily? You going to be a little baby, cry and complain that you're not getting your way? Huh? Is that what you're going to do? Uh-oh. Somebody's not happy now. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Pat says hello to you, Lorelei. All right, lay down, Lorelei. Hi, Lorelei from Timmy and Chasing Tail. I got to get caught up. I missed a bunch watching my dog. Timmy says hello to Henry. Let me get caught up real quick. Here are the Martis from the other end. I hear the, oh. Hello. Funny how people translate different from the news. I agree. Hello, Lorelei from Pat. Hi, Timmy. She's a cutie. Yes. Lily's a cutie and she knows it. And both these dogs know it. Hey, Pat, Timmy, and Chasing Tail Outdoors. Lorelei saying hello to all of y'all. Hello, Mama Pack. That's right. She's the pack master. I'm the pack mule. I'm the low-budget pack mule in this house. What's your problem, Lily? Wait. Hang on. Lily needs her butt scratched, apparently. You guys can't watch me scratch her butt. She came over here. She needs her butt scratched. Anybody want to come scratch Lily's butt for her? All right, you good? All right, go on. So Elliot Eastman, his body will never be found. It's too late. He's decomposed. He's long gone. He's been murdered. Maybe the wife did it or had her friends do it. We won't know yet. What? You don't want to scratch Lily's butt? Come on, man. My doggy likes her butt scratched. She likes her belly rubbed too. So when you come here for the party, you know, they like Lily. Lily likes her butt, her neck, and her belly rubbed. The other one doesn't like her butt or belly rubbed. John says, mine's itchy too. Well, we're not scratching your butt, Tarzan. Pat says, that's what I was thinking, Brother David. Yep. The question is he really dead? Well, Timmy, what do you think? You know, you got a little bit, I know you're overseas, but you got a home court advantage, being that you're from there, and so does Lorelei and others. So what do you think about the situation? He's chum. Oh, I think he's dead and gone. No body, no crime. I think that's true. Is that the way it is in the Philippines? In America, it's really hard to convict somebody of murder without the body. It's been done a few times, but it's extremely hard. What? But I agree with Tarzan. I think, you know, there's some fish in the ocean that had a good meal. I know he wasn't very big, so, but between the crabs, the sharks, the fish, the squid, everything that lives around there, all I know is there's 3S in Mindanao is a red zone area. I would agree. What are we calling that? The southern part? Even Filipinos don't want or can't go there if you have no close relatives. Yeah. And I think it's totally him. I mean, he got himself into this predicament and he paid the price. Unless you have video and pictures that someone murdered somebody, then that can be evidence, but still need the body to support it. Yeah? Yeah, I know most Filipinos don't want to go to that part of the Philippines unless you belong to that group or you're part of somebody that's there, right? So I think it's really easy to get yourself into trouble in that part of the Philippines. I think he, to be honest, from watching all of his stuff when I did, and I made my first video about him, I'll tell you, I think he knew what he was doing. I think he went there. He may have fell in love with the girl, whatever, but I think he went there knowing he was going to be an outsider. He was going to try to become YouTube famous because he was living in he was the gringo. What do you guys call white guys again? No, it's another word that Filipinos use for white guy. But he was Cano, chasing tail. Yeah, Cano. So, was you the one telling me that you had a license plate? Somebody was telling me they got a license plate. Their wife bought them a license plate. Maybe, I can't remember who told me that their wife got them a license plate for the front of their car that says that. Because I think I ought to put one on my truck. Yeah, the possibility is, if ever he is dead, he is more than likely to be found if they throw him in the water and bury him in the ground. Yeah. Well, I just think this. I don't think, look, if you bury him in the Philippines, you're going to have a hard time burying him very deep. So you're not going to bury him very deep. You're going to put him out in the jungle where it's hard to find. You're going to cover him over with foliage and whatever you can find. And within a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, he's going to be so decomposed and eaten by the earth creatures, you're going to find skeleton only. And you're going to find some missing bones in the jungle in the Philippines. If you throw him in the ocean, he's fish food. But I think he went to that part of the world knowing he was going to be the Cano that lives in the most dangerous place. He was going to make YouTube videos about it. He was going to become YouTube famous, and it bit him in the ass. That's what I believe he was doing there. I don't know. Maybe he loved the girl. I don't know. But he was supposed to take on their faith because he married the girl. And obviously, by watching his videos, he didn't do that. And then you had the whole money lending thing. I can't remember what you guys call that in the Philippines. What do you guys call the money lending thing? Shit. But he was involved in that process, so that may have aided to it. But in a tight religious community where foreigners are not welcome, I do think if you're a foreigner lending, is that the thing that they call that, the lending? Like it's called loan sharking in America, where you loan somebody money and they got to pay you back more or something like that, I guess. But I think it would be extremely difficult for a Cano, is that how you say that? Cano or Cano? To go to that part of the country, marry somebody, and truly be a devout Muslim and buy into everything that they do in that part of the country. I mean, and be the best Muslim, the best husband, the best provider that you could. I think it would be extremely difficult even then when you did everything the right way with a good, pure heart. So I think that would be extremely difficult. But to go there and be like he did, Oh, 5'6", that's what it's called. Yeah. Thank you, Timmy. Loan shark's more than 5'6" because what he has is 40%. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like and I didn't quite understand how it all worked. I know we had people wanting us to do that because we had money in the Philippines. So Lorelai said, we're not getting into the money lending business. Tarzan says he thought he was Hunter Biden above the law. Apparently Hunter Biden is above the law because he's pardoned. And now President Biden has started to work on giving a blanket pardon to 5 other people. He's going to give them a pardon for everything. Freaking crazy. That way Trump can't have them prosecuted. They're looking at now a preemptive strike against Trump's and prosecuting people for the bad things that they did. So the Biden administration is looking at giving 5 people blanket immunity, a pardon for anything that they may have done. That's illegal. But yeah, I don't know if he thought he was, obviously he thought he was part of the law, but I think he thought he didn't have to assimilate into that environment. And I think that's what the problem is. When he lied, I mean, when he married the girl, he said he was going to become a Muslim. He didn't do it. And then, of course, he's doing the 5-6ing, or whatever it's called, and however it works. And then, of course, the YouTubing. I don't think, I think it had a lot to do with that. Pat says that's right. So that's what I think. I think it had a whole lot to do with that. Just not assimilating. And there's a difference between not assimilating, not adjusting, to making a mockery out of it. And I kind of think that's where he went. Because, and he was, and I really believe, and I'm sorry for the guy because he's dead, but I really believe he thought he was going to become the internet superstar. Pat says, when you go to the Philippines, stay to yourself and respect the Philippines. I would agree, and I think we have to. You have to. I was telling somebody this earlier this morning. You got to read the room, and if you don't know what that means, it means you got to know your surroundings, know the people in your surroundings, understand their vibe, their politics, their religion, whatever it may be. You need to read the room before you jump in and start doing crap. Fame and fortune got him killed. Yeah, seeking fame and fortune got him killed. There was a scenario about a Filipina from that place, and Subico. She was married to an American, and she came home for vacation with her son, but they was abducted back in 2019. Wow. So you're saying she came home with her son, and she wasn't allowed to leave to go back to her American husband? That is right, Pat says. Tarzan. Yeah, you're right. Okay, same place where he got abducted. So these people they were abducted from their Muslim community. They went home to visit, and they were abducted. Ransom for the money. Okay, because they looked at it going, well, she's married to an American, there's money to be had, so we're going to kidnap her and the baby. Man, that's really sucky. How did it turn out? I wonder how it turned out, Timmy. HN says, stay out of the red zones. Don't be disrespectful to the people. Basic common sense when you travel to other countries. Amen. Look, read the room. Understand your surroundings. Wow, that's crazy. They released the woman to contact her family in the U.S., and her son managed to escape. Well, good. That's crazy. That's sad. But I agree with everybody. HTN, you're right, Pat says. Ah, all right, I'll Google it sometime and try to find it. But it is really sad. But there's lessons to be learned in everything. And the lesson for other people to learn is if you're going to go to the red zone, you got to behave yourself. You got to follow how they feel they do. And I'm really big on saying read the room. Know who your audience is. As a teacher, I had a new audience all the time. And I would always read the room and learn who my audience was so that I could behave and teach accordingly. It's the same thing when you travel. You need to read the room. You need to understand the customs, the way they do things the best you can so that you don't make an ass out of yourself by doing something really stupid. And most Americans, we do a lot of stupid stuff when we travel. So that's one thing but I think he read the room, he knew the room, and he decided to go against the room for fame and fortune. And it just didn't work. And I hope others understand this. Pat says, I was 29, 30 years old, young in youth. We all came a long ways in the Philippines. We're all older now. We are. We're older, we're smarter, Pat. We are. Situational awareness. That's right, John. Yeah, read the room, situational awareness. Exactly. And I think that's everywhere. I don't care where you're at, even on an airplane flying. You read the freaking room. I do. I look at everybody. I try to, when I go to Walmart, I'm always looking. I'm reading the room 24/7. When I'm driving my truck, when I'm driving a car, when I'm doing anything, I'm reading the room. When I go fishing, I'm reading the environment in the room. I want to know who's coming up, who's behind me, who's around me. You read the room, it's situational awareness all the time. Pat says, same here, Brother Dave. It's just a good tip. I know maybe it drives Lorelai crazy a little bit, but I stare at people. I watch people. I want to know who in the hell's around me in case I need to kill them. I mean, I watched his live stream. He said he was skeptical of what people told him because he went there for a few times, but this was the longest time. Well, and I agree, Timmy. I think he didn't take the warning seriously. But I think he knew the danger. He just didn't take it seriously. Lily's excited about something. Stay poo-poo. Henry says, I've been in areas in Japan that had signs saying Americans not welcome. If it says you're not welcome, turn around and go away, right? But if you are respectful and don't overstay your welcome, then you can earn the respect and be welcome. I agree with that. I think that's really part of situation awareness. You know, you be polite, you be respectful, and you leave. You know, and then you kind of get, all right, he's not one of these dickhead Americans. Japan, not the Philippines? Yeah. Well, I've been told when I'm in the Philippines, I've been told by Filipinos, which, I don't know why, but I've been told by them that they were surprised. What's going on, Lily? What is your problem tonight? That they were surprised that I wasn't an asshole, that I was polite. I don't know, Lily's having a fit tonight. Come here. My dog Lily's going crazy. That's everywhere in the world, Henry. Absolutely. What's wrong, Lily? Well, go do something, Lily. No, she can't play. She has a heart condition. Sorry, guys. I'll try to show you what the dogs are doing. Lily is bored, and Lily, see that tail wagging? Look at that. I think Lily wants to play, but Daisy is having heart issues. I don't want Daisy to go play. So Daisy's going to go outside now. All right. Tarzan, I was getting extension of my passport, and Cebu, a white-skinned guy, had a tattoo on his arm saying "Death to America." That's crazy. Well, not really. I've been in some places where no matter what you do, you're not welcome. No, I agree. I agree. There are places that you're just not welcome. And I tell people all the time about this, because a lot of expats or a lot of people want to go to the Philippines for the pretty girls, which is not a bad thing. They got a lot of them. But they're all worried. And I'm like, well, as long as you don't do anything stupid and you mind your business and you stick to your own, so to speak, you'll be all right anywhere you go. I mean, if I went to Korea, would I go start wandering around in an old part of Korea where the people live every day, their everyday lives, which is different from going to like a town square where, you know, people gather and there's festivals versus older neighborhoods where people just live. You know, the secret is not to go sticking your nose in people's neighborhoods. His Filipina and him had blood-gazed, glassy eyes. Hate, hate, hate in their eyes. Yeah. There are people that are just full of hate. I've ran into them here recently, and it just blows my mind how much people hate things. It's like, they hate the military, but they spend 20, 30 years in the military. But I hate the military. The military, blah, 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 blah. But I spent 30 years in blah, blah. Well, why in the hell did you spend 30 years in it? You're an idiot. You know, is how I say it. I don't know. If you don't like America, don't be here. Go somewhere else. The good thing about being an American citizen, you can pretty much go live anywhere else you want in the world. But I don't get it. Why, I don't know. It just blows my mind. And I'm not perfect or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But I'm smart enough. Also, I'm smart enough not to go walking down certain streets in Dallas, Texas at night, or Houston, Texas, or Little Rock, Arkansas, or Chicago, or New York, you know. Pat says, I did a few tours in China, Japan, Hong Kong, Thailand, always on guard when traveling. I think that's great advice. You got to keep your head on a swivel, so to speak. I know it's not something they say in the military, always keep your head on a swivel. But you got to keep your head on a swivel. You got to know I do it at Walmart. I feel like I got to keep my head on a swivel just to go to damn Walmart and get groceries. It's kind of like a freaking battle zone at Walmart. Holy shit, you know. I think you're right. I did a little bit of research on that back when I did my video about him, and I couldn't find any other true stories. There was a guy, a YouTuber years ago, man, his name totally gone. He's not, I don't know whatever happened to him, but he claimed to be abducted in the Philippines. But none of it was true. None of it was true. But he claimed it. He was some weird guy. This was probably 10 years ago, 12 years ago. He was out there arguing and fighting with people over in Dumaguete. God, I wish I could remember his name. He had horrible videos where he hated the Philippines, but he hated America. He hated everything. But yet he was broke and poor, homeless. But yet he had a condo here. He had this, he had that. But he claimed to be abducted, but he wasn't. It was a lie. So Tarzan says, my wife washed my big fuzzy American flag blanket. Good. I'm sure it needed it after you sleeping on it. 15 years in the military and I was done, but I liked everything. There's things I hated and things I liked about the military. Yeah. And I think that's a normal reaction. You know. But these guys drive me crazy the other day. How much they hated the military, but damn it, they were in it for a long time. and how bad it is and how horrible it is. But well, why in the hell would you be in it that long? But he's been, you know, but you're right, Timmy. I did research and I couldn't find any true account of that. And he wasn't even that YouTuber I was talking about. Wasn't in there as somebody who was abducted. It wasn't listed. I remember from his videos years ago where he was trying to solicit money, saying that he'd been abducted and kidnapped by that militia group, and blah, 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 but he escaped. He escaped and all of that. God, I can't remember his name. But he's long gone. I don't know what ever happened to him. You can't find his stuff on YouTube. So he's long gone. So Timmy, I think you're right. Well, my friends, why don't we start wrapping this up? It's 9:30 in the evening. We've had a good stream. The kidnap me thing. Yeah. No, he did that. I remember watching the videos because they were on YouTube for, several years after he kind of disappeared. God, I wish I could think of his name. He was a tall, skinny guy. He thought he was tough. He got in a fight with another YouTuber on YouTube. They were fighting back and forth. And I guess he ran into him in Dumageddon on the boardwalk. And because he always told him he's going to beat him up, all that normal bullshit. And I guess he ran away from him, on video. So, what? Tarzan says there's one YouTuber been in jail 1 year. His name is Bama. He's still in jail in the Philippines. Chasing Tail says 2 years. Henry says take care, everybody. What was that his channel name, John? Bama? I remember there's a couple of YouTubers that use Bama as part of their stuff, so. But anyway, let's wind this one down. Henry, we appreciate you. Chasing Tail, appreciate you. Hey, John, if you figure out who that guy is, Bama, send me something on him if you stumble across anything. Pat, we appreciate you. Henry, Timmy, Chasing Tails Outdoors, my beautiful wife who needs to be working. Thank you all for being here. Well, I know he's not doing lives from jail, but he probably had a YouTube channel, right? So, because I wonder which Bama it is. Because there's a couple people that do the Bama thing. But everybody take care. We appreciate you once again. Hopefully we'll see you guys all tomorrow. I'm going to do a random pop-up tomorrow. Then we're going to do another nighttime one. So, but everybody, thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for supporting each other. And we will chit-chat tomorrow, guys. Take care.